Hello there, my water sign collective. I hope you're having a fantastic day. Oh my goodness, water signs. Y'all's energy, I tell you what, water signs, it's like the storm that comes over and stalls, and there's just all this sort of water energy with you. For some of you, it's like a deluge that just never stops. It's like you're out there treading water, and well, hopefully you're not out there sort of treading water, being stuck on all those feels. But definitely be mindful. This is like the game playing vibes as well. So something could be trying to overwhelm you to the point that you don't understand something. Way too much gameplay and energy on this too. So some of you, with regard to those relationships or partnerships, be mindful of the emotional manipulation. Take what's yours, leave what's not. Water signs. Do watch your favorite astrologer to see if that, especially if you got a lot of strong water placement, when it comes to you. Hopefully, you're like drink in hand, ass in sand, instead of out there letting these emotions sort of overwhelm you. A lot of you, with regard to interpersonal relationships or partnerships, I don't feel like they're really going anywhere. So someone just has you treading water all up in your feels, but there's no like any sort of grounded focus sort of options or opportunities. So take what's yours and leave what's not, water signs. There's the Ace of Swords. There's the Six of Swords. Yeah. Oh. You need far more clarity than what you need any sort of emotional energy. So this is right, too much of a good thing, right? Stay moisturized, stay hydrated, but also be mindful of that, right? A little bit of moisturizer goes a long way, right? You can't drink too much water. You can't be too hydrated. So, damn, damn water signs. It is that like the storm cloud energy. The storm just goes over and stalls, and then it's like mindful of that sort of flooding vibes too. I don't think there's a lot of clarity when it comes to emotional sort of relationships or partnerships. Oh wow. There's the King of Swords energy. There's the Three of Cups. There's the Empress energy. There's the Five of Pentacles. Ay. Who creates that vibe? Some of you do watch your favorite astrologer, because with the Five of Pentacles here, this could be that sort of astrological vibes with you. Some of you, this is like the Great Flood type myths, whatever your beliefs are on that, right? However you look at that, if you look at it from a religious viewpoint or even archaeological viewpoint, right? Because there's a lot of people trying to figure out what the Great Flood was, and a lot of different people with different sort of vibes on that as well. But damn, all that water energy. Some of you, it's like water, water everywhere and not a drop to drink as well. So those relationships or partnerships where you're not feeling that sort of emotional, it's not an emotionally satiating type relationship or partnership. It's just way too fucking much. It's those relationships or partnerships where there's all that sort of emotion. Everybody loves each other, but they can't like do the basic things. Nothing's really grounded or focused. This could definitely be a very karmic energy. So take what's yours, leave what's not. The Three of Wands. There's the Queen of Wands. There's the Libra energy. And there's the Chariot vibes. If you're going through something on a religious or a spiritual level, some of y'all, this could be like, even if you're doing like a cleanse, be mindful of that energy. You need to focus on like achievable dreams and goals versus that sort of overly manipulative. Capricorn, there with the Ten of Pentacles. Oh, those of you, don't mix business and your sort of romance or the sort of interpersonal connections here. There's the Tower vibes. Yeah, some of y'all were definitely dealing with a very manipulative energy. Knight of Swords there with the Hierophant. Some of you, if this is like a religious vibe, you could be going through something on a sort of religious sort of journey here with you that makes all the difference. This isn't like a positive baptismal energy either. But damn, it allows you to look at things differently. Lord have mercy. There's the Two of Pentacles, the Eight of Wands. So there's probably a relationship or partnership that isn't all that positive for you. And now this sort of allows you to realize that, understand that, pull focus back on what is important to you so you're not overwhelmed. Some of you getting out of that sort of very stuck, stagnant, rather staunch viewpoint or way of looking at things. So that way you're not paying attention. This is definitely a very karmic relationship or partnership. So there's all that sort of emotion, there's all that love energy, but yet there's nothing that you can really build or grow upon. So who's manipulating the sort of vibes here? King of Pentacles with the Four of Pentacles, and there's the Seven of Wands. Those of you with messy relationships or partnerships, those of you that didn't compartmentalize, and now things are kind of just very stuck or stagnant. Some of you need far more clarity when it comes to those relationships or partnerships. Those of you, this is very messy energy as well. So this is kind of like who left you on red. Or what about that relationship or this is like you get the promotion and basically you just kind of get put aside and you just overwhelmed with a lot of things, but it prevents any sort of growth energy when it comes to you. Oh, we get Three of Cups energy. There's the Seven of Wands, there's the Five of Swords, and there's the Seven of Pentacles. Ooh. Don't mix your finances and your emotions here as well. So, who's kept you on red? There's the Virgo vibes, there's the Nine of Wands, and there's the Ace of... Oh, who's controlling the emotion? Who's controlling the emotional side of that relationship or partnership? Damn, I mean, for fuck's sake here, water signs. Take what's yours and leave what's not. Some of you, hopefully, not too many of you are in this energy. This is like you're all up in your feels, you're all up in your emotions, and whatever this sort of opportunity is, someone's not really there to kind of keep it grounded and focused. So it's it's a karmic relationship in the fact that there's all that sort of love, but there's nothing that you can really sort of that's tangible. Nothing comes out of it that's tangible. Everyone says I love you, but like there's nothing really there that kind of shows it or proves it, right? Damn water signs. It's like the storm that comes in and just sort of stalls, and there's all that sort of water energy. But someone is like the rainmaker energy. Someone is the one that kind of controls that vibe. If you're going through something on a religious level, because this is kind of like the Great Flood, but any of you, there's religious people that try to put a place to it, or what that sort of event is. Archaeologists and different people like that try to put the science around it, and there's flood myths everywhere with regard to like the flooding vibes. So... religion, philosophy with you, but at the same time, you need to stay focused. It's like ass in sand, drink in hand, instead of being the one sort of stuck out there all up in your feels and your emotions. Do watch your favorite astrologer, because some of you, this could be like astrological with you, so there could be some sort of stagnation energy that kind of brings on this sort of... it's kind of a cleansing vibe, but there is such a thing as too much, right? If you put too much moisturizer on, it's going to clog your pores. You can drink too much water. There is like, you can have so much love in a relationship or partnership, but not really have any growth. So it's kind of like that. Too much of a good thing isn't a good thing. Some of you, this could be a good cleansing vibe. It's far more grounded and focused. Those of you with regard to messy relationships or partnerships, this is like the friendship that your friend will leave you basically whenever, and then you're kind of stuck. So make sure you're the one that's making the decisions. Beautiful Six of Swords, but who's in the Six of Swords? Who's in the Six of Swords? Oh, damn water signs. Definitely take what's yours and leave what's not, because y'all can't be in this energy. Some of y'all just being very mindful of that. Anyone that deals with water, right? Even lifeguards, they learn how to float. So that way, if they are kind of stuck or stagnant, you know the basic ways to kind of keep your head afloat, keep your head above the water, focus on what's more important. Some of y'all don't get overwhelmed. It's almost like Giles energy. So I don't know. Those relationships or partnerships, now it's kind of stuck or stagnant. There's a lot of emotions there, but it's not really going anywhere. Some of you don't allow yourself to be overwhelmed when it comes to the emotional side of things. So you could have an interesting, this is almost a head over heart type decision to make. And some of you, the person that you have to kind of make that decision over, you realize was basically taking advantage of you from the beginning. So I like this. It's different. It's definitely too much of a good thing. So, damn, for fuck's sake, water signs. Eight of Swords. There with the Six of Pentacles. Some of y'all needed to trust something, so that way some of you avoid that sort of vibe. Do watch your favorite astrologer, because I feel like a lot of this could definitely be astrological with you. So it's different. So take what's yours and leave what's not. This is like the Great Flood myths. But who's kind of looking at it, and what sort of vibe are you looking at it in? You can look at it from a religious standpoint, or some of you from like a archaeological viewpoint. Definitely watch your favorite astrologer, because it's kind of a learning lesson as well. And some of you, that relationship or partnership, there might be feelings or emotions there, but they're not really getting you anywhere. It's not really like a resolution energy. There's just all that sort of feelings and nothing really tangible. Over top of that is the Ace of Pentacles. Some of y'all definitely be mindful of who the fuck you trust. So with regard to relationships or partnerships, paying attention to that. A lot of you aren't going to find happiness with this relationship or partnership. Especially who's controlling the emotional vibe when it comes to that. Everyone says I love you doesn't necessarily mean that they mean it. So, damn. I like the Virgo vibes. This is good, like making smart choices, finding true north. This is learning to sort of focus on what you need to pay attention to. This brings about a lot of growth for a lot of you if you're paying attention to what you need to. Some of you avoided those overly emotional type relationships or partnerships. Definitely far more head over heart when it comes to your decision making. And who do you trust? So, damn water signs, or those of you with that sort of water energy. Oh, there's the Page of Cups. I like the lucky koi fish, and there's a chrysanthemum energy, but this came out sideways. So, now's not the time. Some of you avoided that toxic relationship or partnership because you did pull focus on yourself. So you're going to have some interesting choices to make, and this is going to all depend upon what your expectations are and who's kind of controlling the emotional side of that relationship or partnership. Oh, wow. Take what's yours, leave what's not. This could be your energy, water signs. This could be with regard to relationships or partnerships when it comes to you. Some of you, this is like a growth opportunity. So hopefully the fuck you're not overwhelmed. Some of y'all learning to tread water in this energy so that way you don't allow your emotions to be overwhelmed. Far more analytical than what you are like emotionally sort of inspired here. And understanding. Some of you, that relationship or partnership wasn't going to be the right one. So trusting yourself. Feel like do watch your favorite astrologer because this is like just a stagnant energy. So this could almost be Pluto energy with you, or Saturn energy with you, or Venus energy with you. Some of you are going to be happy you're single. Or just be mindful of who's controlling the emotional side of that relationship or partnership. Definitely compartmentalize your life. So that way you're making smarter choices. Definitely focus on like true north energy here. So some of y'all are going to have to learn to sort of navigate through this energy. So that way you're not. So if you get stuck or stagnant with the emotional side of relationships, partnerships, friendships, whatever kind of ships this is, make sure that you're not overwhelmed. You kind of know what the sort of vibe is. So there should be far more clarity before you get into a relationship or partnership, understanding what that is about. And who's going to be like the perfect partner and who is going to like just sort of leave you stuck or stagnant while they go off and do their own thing as well. So some of you, when it comes to a work opportunity, if it's messy and there's way too much of that sort of emotion-based energy there, you could get like a promotion that just keeps you sort of stuck, so you're not being able to go anywhere. This could definitely be messy. Some of y'all know this energy is messy. So take what's yours, leave what's not. Religion or philosophy with you? Anything else? Page of Cups with the Queen of Swords. Far more analytical than emotions. For some of you, that's the messy energy. So whether this is a working relationship or partnership or some interpersonal relationship or partnership, someone is going to put someone else over you at any point in time. So if you allow yourself to be emotionally sort of vulnerable in this relationship or partnership, someone else has somebody else that they're far more interested in. So this is a very karmic energy. So take what's yours, leave what's not. Who or what does someone value? over you that they will leave you stuck or stagnant to get this sort of opportunity. Damn, water signs. Definitely take what's yours and leave what the fuck isn't, because damn, y'all can't be in this energy. It's messy, too much of a good thing, right? Too much moisturizer clogs your pores. You can't drink too much water. You can't be too hydrated. Some of y'all learning to tread water. So there's a lot of stagnant energy here as well. So some of y'all need to get out of your feels when it comes to something and kind of who or what's there to sort of bring focus to this relationship or partnership, and who just kind of keeps you stuck or stagnant. Some of you with a work situation. You could have got a promotion that kind of kept you stuck. So somebody else could promote someone else. Kind of, it's not like above you, but in a sneaky way it is. So this is like you're given the opportunity that you think is great, but it kind of keeps you stuck or stagnant and allows someone else to kind of move in front of you with regard to that opportunity. So there's definitely something you need to be mindful of. Who's manipulating who? I don't feel like there's a lot of love in this. There's just way too much emotional manipulation. What's your favorite astrologer? Leo vibes, Aries vibe. Definitely counterintuitive. So, oh, for fuck's sake, water signs. Water signs are those of you that's feeling that sort of water energy. Hopefully not a lot of you. It's interesting. It's going to be very fun and enlightening with you. Some of you don't overwhelm yourself, because you can get to the point where too much is just way too fucking overwhelming. You need far more grounded and focused, like options and opportunities, instead of just staying all up in your feels. So that way you are far more, it's more forward thinking. And what's the sort of secondary vibe on that? Because this isn't like just your energy. So a lot of you, this is that what sort of brings about that vibe. So there's like relationships or partnerships or sort of a guidance energy on this. That for some of you, be mindful of that sort of vibe. So take what's yours and leave what the fuck isn't. You can't overwhelm yourself by not paying attention to what is more sort of grounded and focused energy with you. The Aries vibe, the Leo vibes. You had Virgo as well. So I do feel like this is astrological with you, water signs. But it actually brings about a better sort of opportunity if you pay attention to what you need to pay attention to. Quit overwhelming yourself as well. Or be mindful of those overwhelming type relationships or partnerships. Some of you, this feels like the promotion that you think is like great, but it kind of swamps you and keeps you stuck or stagnant and allows for somebody else to move forward with regard to an opportunity. So be mindful that you don't get taken advantage of. Some of you don't overwhelm yourself either. So you can try to know too much or try to sort of take in too much that is just way too fucking overwhelming. So you're not really trusting your intuition. You're just there's way too much. There's way too much. So mindful of the cross watching. So some of you need to focus more on grounded. So you could be doing some Reiki. You could be doing some chakra alignment. Some of you, this is almost that energy of like compass energy. So that way you always know where true north is. You're gonna have to, I feel like this is a lot of astrology. So take what's yours, leave what's not. Some of you can't overwhelm yourself to the point where you don't trust your instincts or your intuition. You can use too much moisturizer that clogs your pores. You can drink too much fucking water. You can be overly hydrated. So mindful of the excess energy here. And who or what sort of puts you in that energy as well. So catfishing, gaslighting, all that basic shit that you need to be mindful of, water signs. Kind of appropriate energy here. But some of you, it's almost like treading water. But anyone that deals with water kind of understands that. So that way you don't get overwhelmed. So those of you, if you got a lot of water placement in your charts, do be mindful of that. Good luck, God bless, take what's yours, leave what's not. The resolution here is don't overwhelm yourself. So, don't overwhelm yourself. And be mindful of those relationships or partnerships that bring that overwhelming energy in. Some of you, this is like the job opportunity. So you get like a promotion that you think is going to allow for growth, but it just like keeps you stuck. So it's like you're bombarded with a lot of work and you're kind of stuck, and then someone else can get like the opportunity ahead of you. A lot of you, that was sort of by choice. So be mindful of your relationships or partnerships, because there's definitely a secondary energy when it comes to this. But this is someone who has like the sort of ability to sort of affect your emotions. So this is a close interpersonal relationship or partnership. And if you're going through something on a religious vibe, religion and philosophy here. But don't overwhelm yourself. Don't overwhelm yourself. Good luck, God bless. Take what's yours and leave what's not. This is beautiful. It's very, for some of you, you kind of need to learn how to do this. So there's a learning sort of vibe to this. And definitely don't fucking overwhelm yourself, because that could lead to stuck, stagnant energy as well. And who kind of tugs on that emotional heartstring? So some of you, with regard to those relationships or partnerships, someone always has like someone else that's ahead of you. So some of y'all be mindful of that. Who's going to put you sort of second to somebody else when it comes to choices? Some of you know this. Some of you realize this. So that's a choice. That's a choice. So, damn. Peace, love, and light. Like, share, subscribe.